effective. Baneling's speed is actually going to finish around the time that Demoran's going to be showing up at this ramp, so if he can get this Baneling speed finished in time, and there he does, he should be able to take out a solid number of Marines just by splitting them up and trying to get a little bit of a flank. He can even use these speedlings to run around behind first and try and pin them in place. We'll see what ends up happening. Demoran must have seen something he didn't like, though, and is now backing off, heading back home.
Yeah, he does have this random SCV here. He has not scanned into the main. He's only saw the Baneling nest going down. Has not seen the fact that Aspire is up, as well as these double evolution chambers. How many mutas does he have currently? He's got 6 out right now with... oops, wrong tab. With 4 more in production right now. Siege Tech is about halfway done. It looks like Baneling is going to be moving out here with Baneling speed, a couple of mutas, and his lings. But we need to see if this Raxwolf is going to kind of favor Demoran in this attack. I mean, Baneling's not going to be doing that much damage to the Rax. There's no depots to break or anything like that. And this tank right here obviously has whatever he wants to attack right here. So... there comes the lone link taking out the SCV. I was kind of curious to what this supply depot was going to do.
Just a spotter.
Yeah, it might
like
have just been kind of like a scouter.
Tower.
Yeah. So Baneling was thinking of moving out, but now it looks like he's going to be falling back.
These guys seem to be very indecisive with their attacks, but that single link did pop in there and see this triple barracks wall off. He can only assume that there are going to be tanks behind it, and that's probably a good assumption since Demoran is now starting to stack up on his tank count in addition to the, billion Marines that he already has. Check the unit tab. He's at 53 Marines and rising. Demoran actually has a stronger economy right now than Baneling does. Baneling probably needs to get working on that third hatch here, and as I say that, he drops one, so makes me look good, or or just doing the right thing. But
God,
he's behind on harvesters.
So many Marines right now out for Demoran. 57 Marines, 3 tanks, and 58 SCVs, and that is his entire army composition. It's very, very interesting stuff. And now let's go back and look at the Tron quadrants in the middle.
The Tron hexagons. But if neither player ever attacks, I think this game is going to go really long.
Yeah, I mean, Baneling's already taken out 1 Destructible Rocks, and now he's going to be taking out another one. So this is what happens when you play these kind of macro-oriented maps that the GSL has produced. I quite like these maps, though, so far. It looks like Demoran is going to be moving out right now, as he does have 5 tanks. He feels secure enough to do that. Might just be taking out these Destructible Rocks before... or, yeah, he's actually not going to move out at all. He's going to use these tanks to go ahead and create a wall and take his third as well. So yeah, very macro-oriented game right now.
Yeah, Baneling pretty much just focusing on upgrades right now. He's got almost everything possible so far for the composition that he has. His double evolution chambers have already finished. Ranged attacks level 1 and armor level 1. I don't know what Demoran's got so far. He's got 1-1 himself for his billion Marines, and now he's starting to push out, dropping scans along the way just to try and place where Baneling might be hiding his army. Baneling, if he sees this coming, no, he doesn't have any Xel'Naga Tower control or any overlords in the area, but he might get caught out of position here. We'll see what happens with these 1,000 Banelings against 1,000 Marines. And it looks like they are going to be somewhat effective, but Demoran doing a good job keeping those Marines out of range. He sacks about 10 or so to get rid of the rest of the Banelings, and now it's just Mass Roach Muta versus Mass Marine.
Yeah, that was a nice attack from Demoran. He tried to get into siege there and stem back his Marines, but he was caught a little bit off guard from the attack from Baneling. And here comes another attack with the 1 lone siege tank. That is a ton of Roaches. I believe the Roaches will do very, very well against all of these Marines. Baneling ahead right here. He's going to be able to take out all of the Marines. A couple more join the forces as well as 1 tank. And now the tides have turned, and Demoran will be able to take out the rest of these Roaches.
Yep, Baneling's going to, I would suggest, fall back to his natural there. He's got about 7 or 8 more Roaches just hanging out there. Doesn't really need to chase what he's got. Actually, well, with Roach speed, they seem to be doing fine against these Marines, but now we see him turning tail, which is a good idea. I wouldn't mind seeing Burrow upgraded for these Roaches soon, too, just because it's such amazing regeneration if you can just burrow during the fight. Use them almost like blink stalkers. Just burrow them as they get low and preserve your army.
Yeah, you really don't see too many Zergs do that. Looks like Demorin has secured his third right now. He's going to put up some missile turrets from to defend against any oncoming Muta, harass, and fully saturated. Well, not fully, but very saturated here at the third. And now the third and fourth base from Baneling have popped up, but they're really no drones right now on them. Is he mined out? No, he's not. So he's going to need to produce a lot of drones there and get droned up, sitting at only 49 compared to the 66 SCVs from Demorin right now, as well as 3 mules.
Well, Baneling does have level 2 ranged attacks and armor about to finish up here as he pushes into this third base. The Planetary Fortress is not quite done yet. I don't think Baneling realizes it yet, though. He is targeting down a bunch of SCVs, and he's going to try and get out of there. There's only a couple of roaches reinforcing there as well, but Burrow is being researched now, not too long after I suggested it, so I hope Baneling isn't listening to the stream. I suggested him hoping that he would be an honorable player, but he's really just massing roaches right now, so perhaps he'll get the Burrow movement upgrade. He can get it right now. He's got plenty of money.
Yep. All right, so if you're just now joining us, welcome to Friday Night Fights, kind of the first episode testing out a lot of things, testing out the stream, graphics, and overall just seeing if this is something that people enjoy and something that should return on a weekly basis. Demorin ended up just taking out the Smurf version of Idra on another GSL map, so he's the victor coming in here, now up 1-0 over everyone else, and the new opponent is Baneling this match. So he's going to take out these destructible rocks here to get access into these rich mineral fields and secure this Zelnaga watchtower. And man, I just keep forgetting how freaking huge this map is.
Yeah, it's quite a long run distance, and it looks like both players are taking advantage of that, just expanding, taking over their entire corners of the map. Baneling right now content to only build roaches. He's sitting at 172 supply, while Demorin is now sieging up outside of Baneling's natural. He's got 166 supply himself. Now we see Mutalisks and roaches starting to move in here. Interesting to see if Baneling, yep, he does utilize that burrow, moves right in there after regenning for a couple of seconds. He's probably going to lose all of these roaches by the time he reaches this back line of siege tanks, and it looks like he's down to only a couple now. These Mutalisks are not going to be enough to take out all of these Marines, so Baneling could be in real trouble here.
Yeah, that was actually a great play from Demorin. He had, obviously, this wall right here blocking out with those racks. Decided to lift all those, spread them out, and get tech labs as soon as he saw all those roaches over here at his third. So that was a great response to the Zerg player. He now has a nice position with these siege tanks on the ramp. Doesn't have enough Marines, though, to probably defend against that, though. But the siege tanks make quick work of all those links. They just get demolished. And now Baneling is in a very, very bad situation. There's really nothing he can do except for sending these overlords at him and just spewing creep on him. Instead, he's going to move him away.
Noticed this giant, massive overlords, this overlord flock right in the middle of his 3 bases. But Demorin on a roll right now. 10 Mutalisks being made. Probably the right response since the Marine count has dropped significantly since the beginning of the game. He's down to only about 8 now in this assault. The Mutalisks are starting to pop out. He's going to need a few more before trying to take on Demorin's army. These tanks just leapfrogging along perfectly well. Marauders doing quite well on their own. Even this medevac here is out of energy, healing these guys up. So Demorin trying to take out the Spire, probably the best decision he could have made, because I think that'll actually seal the game now.
Yeah, this is going to be very, very hard for Baneling to come back and win. He does have this base up over here, but he does not have anywhere near the supply. 173 for Demorin, 78 for Baneling. He's trying to get in here into the back, take out the remaining few Marines. If he does kill all of those Marines, he might be able to take out the remaining Marauders and tanks, but no, those Marines will be able to chase him out. What are the upgrades? He's currently 1-1 right now. And, yeah, there's really nothing that Baneling can do. Pretty much inevitable here. Now he's going to have to GG here very, very soon.
Yeah, these few remaining Mutalisks are pretty squishy. The new Spire being dropped, not even halfway done yet. So as long as Demorin just keeps reinforcing, he's even left some guys in the middle there as Baneling's GG. So Demorin going to go 2-0 so far against